There we go. Episode 22 of the Roommates Podcast. This is 1 week from the last filming of an episode, which is not typically what we do, but
So
spring ball.
we're in
was
spring ball, yeah.
Exhausting on Wednesday.
And
Well, for you it was exhausting. I didn't do anything because I was hurt.
yeah. And also, it was my birthday this past weekend, so we were I was celebrating, so we didn't really have time to film on Thursday or Friday. So we're back.
Yeah, we're just doing college this episode though.
Yeah.
We'll talk more pro. There's a lot of stuff that's happening, and it works out better because the NBA season actually is finishing up yesterday. So we will have, yesterday and today and Monday are kind of finishing up the season. So we'll have finalized playoff matchups, other than obviously the play-in tournament. We'll each give our award predictions for like NBA, things like that. But that works better out anyway for how the season is ending right now. NCAA basketball. What was the big news there? Anything crazy?
I mean, no. Nothing too crazy other than all the transfer portals and everybody declaring for the draft.
I forgot the name. I just added it.
No one likes that guy.
No, fine. He's a hell of a player though.
No one likes him.
Yeah, you don't like him because he beat up on your Creighton Blue Jays.
He got every single call. So, yeah, I don't like him.
Yes. They're projecting who I want to go to the Thunder.
Okay,
We'll
Mr.
talk
2
about
days
when
in
we
college.
We'll talk about when we get to our who's in the draft and what kind of.
How about we just go there right now?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much. I mean, the only transfer portal news that I could really think of off the top of my head when we were making the script was OU's big three from last year. Our three leading scorers all entered the transfer portal at the same time, so they will know not to be returning. So we'll see how OU's able to recoup through the transfer portal to get people to join us. So we'll see. But who's in the draft? Some of the big names, both of the Duke stars, McCain and Filipowski, Bronny James, Eric Dixon, Villanova, UConn's center.
Donovan Clingan.
There it is. I don't know how to pronounce that last name consistently. So
Clingan.
Yeah. Donovan Clingan. There it is. Armando Bacot and R.J. Davis, obviously both are going to the draft because they're out of college eligibility. Both of the freshman guards from Kentucky, Robert Dillingham and Reed Shepard, both declared for the draft. Ron Holland of the G League Ignite also went to he's obviously going to the draft with the G League Ignite being disbanded, and then Dalton Connect of Tennessee will be also heading to the draft. Some of the latest mock draft has exactly who I want to go to the Thunder, going to the Thunder. There's also Cody Williams of Colorado. Forgot about him. 19-year-old freshman. He's got a pro comparison to Jaden Daniels. But Jared McCain is who I want to go to Oklahoma City, because just imagine the amount of TikToks him, J-Dub, Chet, and J. Will would make together. It would be so great.
Who is it? You're not on this episode, dude. Get out.
Howdy.
You guys know what time Janzo closes?
Thought 7.
Alright.
You want to come say hi? Zeke's back, everybody.
And he's gone. See you
And
guys.
say it.
Fun.
Bye, Zeke. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot the board. Dang it.
It's on what, episode 4 at this point?
3.
3, something like that.
It'll be
But-
4 now. Shout out Zeke.
Back to the episode, though. Yeah, I would love for OKC to take Jared McCain, because then we could have Jared McCain run our starting lineup alongside Shea, and we could bring Giddey off the bench to run Shea's job off the bench. Because we've seen what Giddey does when Shea is not on the court, or when Shea is not playing. He plays really, really good because he just does what Shea does. Not as efficiently, but he does what Shea does. Runs the offense. So I think it would give us more flexibility. And since we do have the Rockets pick, which is projected at 12, kind of works out perfectly for us. It's kind of where I would see them going with it. They originally had us mocked to take...
Go back down. Hold on.
Oh, Isaiah Collier went.
Hold up.
Right
Down.
there.
The fuck is that guy?
Tristan Da Silva?
Oh. Thank God you get to blur that out.
What?
I dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, there's Terrence Shannon Jr. from Illinois. He's going too.
We don't
There's
talk
a lot
about,
of
we don't
decent
talk about
college
that
names.
guy.
There's also Isaiah Collier from USC, 6'5" freshman point guard.
Where's Bronny projected?
Jacoby Walter from Baylor is projected. Edie's projected to
Sucks.
the Magic. Kevin McCullough is projected to the Knicks. That'd actually be a good spot for him because he could just go learn from Josh Hart and then eventually take Josh Hart's role. Holy boy.
Say that name.
Jean Saloon.
It's French.
He's French. He's pro comparisons, Obi Toppin. So, Yves Missy from Baylor. Then they've got the Jazz taking Harrison Ingram from North Carolina, although I think he'll probably stay because he'll be the guy next year. Keyshawn George, Tyler Kolek.
He'd be happy about that if he could read.
Who?
Tyler Kolek.
Oh, yeah. For when he's going, he'd end up on arguably one of the best teams in the league. And then Raptors, and then Jazz again. Where in the world? Oh, there's Baylor.
Hell yeah!
A second rounder to Milwaukee.
Oh man, may have to buy a Bucks jersey if that comes true.
His pro comparison is Joe Ingles. That's rough.
The hell is that guy?
You don't know who Joe Ingles is?
Never heard of him.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
Only one of the best Australian players ever.
He looks very Australian. Oh yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that's Joe Ingles.
Oh.
It's a sad comparison to end up with a comparison to Joe Ingles, if that's the best one they can come up with. That's rough. Pelle Larson, Ryan Dunn, Cam Jones.
Sucks. I don't like Cam Jones either.
Melvin Ajinka.
Anybody who's not from Creighton from the Big East, I don't like. Iguodaro, he's not leaving.
He's a senior.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
No, I thought he had another year left.
He's listed as a senior. Hunter Salas. And this is just a projected draft. It's not all of the guys who have said they're leaving.
Caravan?
Antonio
That's
Reeves
wild.
said he's out too. Nafale Dante. Wow, they don't have Ronnie projected anywhere, which is fair. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. I think Bronny ends up at Duquesne. That's my personal guess. I think Bronny ends up in Duquesne. I think the big one this year is going to be Alexander Sarr. Former FIBA under 18 teammates with Wemby. If the Spurs can trade up with the Pistons to get Alexander Sarr and pair him alongside Wemby, he's 7'1", 216, 18 years old, and plays power forward.
That would be insane.
Put him next to Wemby. And he can shoot the three ball. He made 16 threes in 30 games, averaging 9 points and 1.5 blocks in 18 minutes. So, since he's shown he can hit the three, he'll probably be. And he's got pull-up shooting, open floor ball handling. Like, he's essentially Wemby, but 7'1", and not nearly as, like, generational. But that would be kind of cool. I also think Dillingham will be really good for whoever gets him. But kind of just the big names, we'll see where they end up. And there's obviously still going to be guys that announce they're going to be entering the draft.
Yeah. Other news, Mark Pope, the former Wake Up. Mark Pope, former head coach of BYU, is now the new Kentucky head coach. Scott Drew was reported and then just didn't go. Dan Hurley outright told him no. So, thought that was interesting. I don't remember what deal he's on with them. In other news with John Calipari, he has no team left.
He's got one player.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw in his presser.
He's like, I spoke to the team. There is no team.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that was kind of funny.
But with the transfer portal being as full as it is, he won't have any troubles.
No.
Not to mention, he's going to have all of the guys that he convinced to go to Kentucky probably flip to Arkansas.
Yeah.
He's going to have all of the guys that don't go to the draft that are leaving Kentucky will probably end up in Arkansas. Because Calipari just has that draw to him as a coach. So, we'll see. I know Dillingham and Shepard have both said they're going to the draft, though, so they won't be joining him in Arkansas as much as people want Rob to go to Arkansas. It ain't happening. What are you looking at?
Just stuff for Ole Miss's spring game.
Oh. Well, while you're doing that and getting stuff for the spring game, I'll talk about softball. The major ones was Oklahoma, number 1 Oklahoma, dropping 1 game to BYU in this 3-game series this last weekend. Wasn't a great performance from the Sooners, but we rallied back the next day and didn't lose the series. It's the biggest thing. And then number 5 Oklahoma State. Anytime OU loses, if OSU loses, I have to mention it. OSU dropped 2 games to Iowa State, who Oklahoma run-ruled earlier this season in 3 games. So they dropped the first 2 games of that 3-game series this weekend. And they are the number 5 ranked team in the nation. So we'll see how this kind of affects rankings going into tomorrow. There's probably not going to be a ton of change. They'll probably move Texas into the 1 spot and move Oklahoma into the 2. Because Texas didn't lose this weekend, despite the fact that we've beat Texas more than they've beat us. So it sometimes doesn't make sense, but other times it does. And then we'll see who jumps Oklahoma State and how far they drop after losing 2 games to unranked Iowa State. You got what you need for the spring games, or you got anything commenting on it?
No, I got what I need.
And then spring games, Ohio State had their spring game. And they look, in my opinion, especially the parts of Ohio State that were more hyped up, like the receivers. The receivers look like what we expected.
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka looks like he is going to be one of the best receivers in the nation. Jeremiah Smith looks like he is a man amongst boys as a true freshman. Like, they are going to be a crazy good team.
Yeah.
And Will Howard looks like the clear-cut number 1 guy. Lincoln Kindholz is not competing for that spot. Devin Brown is not competing for that spot. And who's the freaking freshman they just got coming in?
From Bama?
No, yeah, Julian Sang. That's what it is. Julian Sang, they said, was going to be competing. He does not look like he's competing right now with Will Howard for that spot. It looks like it's Will Howard's to lose going into fall, but that makes sense because Will Howard was a starter last year and played really, really good as a starter last year before he transferred to Ohio State. So
yeah, no, Ohio State looked as good as they can be. I think without Harbaugh this year, they're going to be a top team, and it's just interesting watching these spring games going on. Of even these coaches are still noticing things that may not matter right now. Like Ryan Day was asked about a pass that was thrown, and he's like, it's still not fast enough out.
Yeah, but they expect perfection.
Yeah.
So when you expect perfection, it's not perfection.
Ole Miss had a unique spring game. They played flag football 7-on-7, had a hot dog eating contest with Joey Chestnut, and had sororities compete in tug of war.
And they're still going to be competitive in the SEC next year.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to miss Quinshon Judkins, but who is also at Ohio State, which is just absurd. Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins are going to be in the same backfield next year.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's interesting because normally when you see a spring game, you see an actual game being played. And you see colleges now, like, different scoring. Like, for us, we play Bulldog Ball, which is, like, every first down's a point. Every score's this many points. Every stop is this many points.
I remember OU's when the score was like 80-70. That was absurd.
Mm-hmm. But, like, for Ole Miss to do this is kind of like okay, you're rewarding them. Could have been like a hard-fought spring. You're avoiding injuries, so you may see this a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
could be a situation like what they could have had situations early on, like what we have right now, where just a lot of guys are getting hurt.
Yeah.
They tried to limit injuries in that game. I can't remember if it was Ohio State's, but one of the spring games this weekend was thud only. Like, there was not a tackle to the ground the entire spring game. I think it was Ohio State's. They were just thudding. They were just hitting and then staying up. So,
something I find funny from this CBS article about the Ole Miss spring game is Lane Kiffin said this: "There's a lot of technique to hot dog eating." I love this guy.
yeah, Lane Kiffin's a great dude. The other thing I'm looking forward to seeing is how Chip Kelly calls the offense in Ohio State.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be something some of these schools have not seen.
Yeah,
But
because there's not been a school in the Big Ten that has seen a Chip Kelly-led offense. The way he runs his offense, especially what he did at UCLA.
yeah.
They have not seen an offense like it, so it'll be a first time. And I think the Big Ten next year is really either Ohio State's or Oregon's to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see Oregon's spring game
That one will be fun.
because people are saying that the UCLA transfer quarterback is going to they're saying that he could beat out Dylan Gabriel for the starting spot. And that is not happening in my mind. Dylan Gabriel is so good and so smart with the ball in his hand that I don't think he's going to lose the starting job.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? We're done with week 1 of spring ball here. I know me and you were talking about it. I think after week 1, we'll be like, okay. I think it was just a lot of remembering things and tuning things up slowly but surely.
For the 2 days I got to go, it was, yes.
I know,
Before
like,
he decided to just not want to work anymore.
yeah. I know it's like a lot of guys are adapting to new things.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, like, because we do scrimmages every Friday. And for the most part, like, we looked okay. Like, a lot of kinks to work out, but
Yeah, it was nowhere near the cleanest we could run a scrimmage, but
yeah.
nonetheless, it wasn't bad.
Um,
It wasn't awful.
no.
I personally just wish I could actually have been going in the scrimmage, but
He's a little depressed.
when your patellar tendon and burst a sac in your knee decide to both swell up and the swelling doesn't go down until Sunday. Today is the first day the swelling has not been atrociously bad to where it hurt to walk. So hopefully we'll be looking at coming back to practice this week for me at some point. I'm going to talk to David, our trainer, and see if he thinks I should go tomorrow or if I should wait a little bit longer and maybe wait till like a Tuesday or a Wednesday to go just to make sure it's still 100%. Because I don't want to screw anything up worse. That's the biggest thing. If I miss 2 more days, it's not a crazy big deal because I just want to be back for the scrimmage next Friday.
Yeah. Other news with the basketball transfer portal. Patrick McCaffrey, son of Fran McCaffrey, is out of Iowa at Butler. It's a little weird.
Oh, yeah, we never really talked about the guys who have already announced their transfers.
Yeah, we kind of forgot that.
Like, who's the Tucker DeVries going to West Virginia?
That one's not surprising, though, since his dad's now the head coach there.
Yeah.
Jonathan Lawson, I think. Josiah Dotzler, Frederick King from Creighton, all gone. Kind of sucks seeing Freddie go, but gives me hope that big bad Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to come back.
Honestly, Kalk needs to stay another year.
I think so.
Just because if he goes this year, he's not getting drafted, and he'd be forfeiting his eligibility. Because of the fact that there's so many big men in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
as much as I know you like Kalkbrenner, he would not crack the top 10 big men in this draft.
no, but
because
it's
of
like
foreign prospects.
that's what I'm agreeing with. Like
Donovan Clingan arguably barely cracks the top 10 of like just pure prospect basis.
Yeah.
Baycott, I'm a North Carolina fan. I will admit Baycott is not even close to a top 10 big man in this draft. You've got guys like Alexander Sarr, who were 7-1, played in France, are 18 years old, and were teammates with Wembanyama, and is a 7-1 power forward who can shoot the 3-ball out of France. Like, there's those kind of prospects this year. Montes Buezas, who was projected number 1 for the longest time, and now they're projecting him at 10. He's a 6'8" small forward from the G League Ignite. He's been like projected to go 1 for the longest time, and now he is.
No, I think Kalk should stay 1 more year. Then you can get more tape too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And all that. I don't know. I got nothing else.
I don't either. I'm trying to see who all the centers are. You got Alexander Sarr this year. Donovan Clingan. Kyle Filipowski is in this draft this year for a big man. If he goes to the Blazers, that would be sucky for him. But, like, there's just so many foreign prospects this year that the college guys aren't getting as much. If there weren't as many good foreign prospects right now, there would be a lot more talk about the college guys. But even Edey isn't projected till, like, late first round.
Yeah.
So, that's not going to be crazy for what happens. What are we looking at?
Hold on. Really quickly, also, shout out Joey Grabowski from
Grabonsky.
Thank you.
New
From
NAIA home run king.
Mm-hmm. He broke it yesterday?
This weekend.
This weekend. At Morningside. So congrats to him.
And that holds the record for the most home runs in any NAIA baseball player's history.
Also congrats to all the people who competed at powerlifting for the nationals. Congrats to all y'all. They did pretty well, I think.
Yeah,
So.
I think. And then, obviously, track team went to USD, University of South Dakota, competed against a bunch of D1 schools, and they did pretty good. And then the golf team had 4 guys shooting the 70s. So, but when the weather's in the 80s, you'd hope they could shoot into the 70s.
Yeah.
And that's what my brother's goal for his next tournament is. His goal he's a junior in high school, and his goal is to shoot a 75 at his next tournament. So, we can check the results for powerlifting.
No, hey.
Where did we place? I love how I scrolled all the way to the bottom first instead of just. University of Alabama got 85th. I don't
19th.
Oh.
I believe that's
One place above Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Midland got 2nd, though.
I think Midland's really good, though.
And then Friends got 5th.
Wow. Good old KCAC.
The KCAC. Or that was what? Women's? Or men's raw. Men's equipped. Midland got 1st. And Blue Mountain Christian. It's absurd.
Slippery Rock University?
I guess we didn't have anybody competing in this.
I wonder what the difference is between that. Equipped and raw.
Couldn't tell you.
Because to me, it sounds like you get to wear the stuff, but I feel like you get to do that already.
I think it may be. I don't know what it would be for.
Comment down below if you're into powerlifting and tell us the difference.
And then the women's team got 9th.
Ooh. Shout out Freddie and Chevy, our lifting coaches. Especially Chevy. That's my dog. Oh, whoa! It like tells you all of them.
Yeah.
Huh.
You just expand it. Like, where is Concordia?
Oh, I didn't even see that over there. Wow.
Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I don't think we had anybody competing in either of the equipped. Yeah. How about that? How about that?
Well, cool. I got nothing else. Do you?
I don't either.
Oh, sit back up. Okay.
So
Send it off.
yeah, you're the one who sends it off. I don't know.
I'm making sure. Gosh darn. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what you want us to talk about, and comment down below if you know the difference between the equipped and raw for powerlifting. Because we don't know, clearly.
Because we aren't powerlifters.
We are weaklings. Didn't even care about that.
Well, it's not like I can. I'm injured right now, and I've never been a crazy powerful lifter. It's not like I can argue with that statement.
That's fair. And then stay tuned for Wednesday when we talk Masters,
Oh yeah.
NBA, NHL, because big news came out of there with the Phoenix Coyotes.
I've seen way too many people tell me that I know too much about the Masters.
You really do, I'll be honest.
I'm sorry, I lived, breathed, and ate golf for the first 12 years of my life.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see y'all then.
I need to add college golf on here. One of these days. I'll try to remember.
Alright, goodbye.